Hey everybody, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Kristina. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy smancy stuff. Just reading books, talking books. And as you know, I'm a series person. I like to read series. I like to binge read an entire series, go book to book to book, solving the murder or mystery each book, but getting character progression from book to book to book. So we're back to my basics here for the month of December. We will be doing, I'm going to try and do 30 Days of Janet. We'll see how that goes. Don't forget Star Trek Fridays. It's a series. We have character progression throughout the series. There's a thing solved each book, but each episode. So anyways, and don't forget Flashback Mondays. I'm really working hard on those, and no one is watching. So we'll see how that goes. So, as I have mentioned previously with my JD ROBB, this is book 39, Festive in Death. I have all of my JD ROBB on audio, just like my Janet. All of my Janets on audio and physical. And some of my early JD ROBBs, I had paperback and hardcover and audio. So here we are, book 39, and it's a Christmas book. Yahoo! Love Christmas! Eve. I won't go into my big spiel about Eve because most of that storyline is over and most of it doesn't apply to this particular story. So, would you... Okay, so now that I've sneezed my brains out and lost my train of thought, I usually go into this spiel about Eve Dallas and her past and her childhood and all that kind of stuff, but we really don't need it for this book. So we're going to do this in 2 parts. And please indulge me. I love my Eve Dallas. And when I do my Eve Dallas, you've got to indulge. Absolutely indulge. So I had this. So we have, I love the Christmas books. We get to catch up with old friends that we haven't seen in a while. Lots of people at the party. And you're on my notes. Yes, you are. You're on my notes. But Eve is a lieutenant in the New York City Police and Security Department. Rourke is her husband. He's the richest guy in the world. Peabody is her partner. Mavis is her best friend. Leonardo is Mavis's husband. McNabb is Peabody's cohab, and he's also a detective in the Electronic Division Department. Feeney was her mentor, and he is the captain of the Electronic Division Department. Nadine is a reporter. Mira is the department shrink. And we get to meet Trina is her hairdresser and friend. And where's all my list? I really don't. We get to catch up with some old peeps. So that's my stuff. So I had this song in my head all day. Let me tell you about my best friend. If you've ever watched The Courtship of Eddie's Father, Eve Dallas. This is my girl. And we'll get to Stephanie Plum later. So anyway, she's gradually getting used to being married to Rourke, the richest guy in the world. But there's a part in here that I'm going to talk about. Her partner is Peabody. I said that already. We have Dr. Mira, we have Whitney, we have Baxter and Trueheart, we have Nadine, we have Feeney, the captain, Trina, Morris is in the morgue. We get a visit from Dr. DeWinter. We haven't seen her in a couple of books. Cher Rio, the ADA, Crack makes an appearance, and Louise and Charles, we haven't seen them in a while. They make an appearance. Charles was the forget what they're called, but now he's a sex therapist, and Louise is a doctor. So we start Festive in Death. Up until this point, Eve is petrified of Trina, absolutely petrified, and no one understands why. Eve herself doesn't understand why she's petrified. Trina is the hairstyle. She comes over, she puts the goop on her face and does the facials and does the hair and the styling. She makes Eve look really good, and Eve knows that Trina makes her look really good, but she still can't handle it. It's her upbringing, and Trina is best friends with Peabody and Mavis. They're all becoming a good clique, and I need my notes. Can I have my notes? Can I have my notes? Thank you. So we start this book with Trina and her friends socializing in a bar after work. And let's put that there for a second. Come here. Nope. Well, then what'd you do that for? So her and her friends are socializing in a bar, and the drinking gets one thing to another, and Sima, our little victim here, gets to reveal that her boyfriend Trey kicked her out. They'd been dating for 7.5 weeks. She'd been paying rent in their fabulous apartment, and he kicked her out. He's got somebody new. So she's all upset. So Trina decides, we'll go up. We're gonna put uh what's the powder? They're gonna put powder in his shorts. They're gonna cut holes in his socks, and they're gonna change out his golf clubs for fake ones because Trey has gone away from the weekend, and she still is paying rent, so she still has a key. So they go up to the pad to put the itching powder in his shorts, and when they get to the apartment, they discover that Trey is dead. And so then Trina calls Eve. And this is also a Christmas book, which are my favorite because we get to catch up on old friends that we haven't seen in a while. Now, Promises is my #1 book, but the Christmases books are up there too. And so we catch up with our old friends, and we have our suspects. Just a second. Okay, so we have our list of suspects. Sima, who's the girlfriend, Trina, the hairstylist, Natasha Quigley, and her spouse, John J. Copley, and Martella Schubert, and Martella's husband, Lance. And then we have Alla Coburn, who was the last person to see Trey alive, and she left her red shoes in his apartment. And then we have Felicity Prince, who is the side piece of John J. Copley. And we have a couple of weightlifters or fitness trainers. So we have all these people that are our suspects. And it really going good. And when you think the murder is solved, JD ROBB throws a twist in. Now for the indulgence part. I can't let this go. So these are, like I said, these are my books. These are my pals. And we get a visit from someone we all love. So first of all, we're walking down the street, and Peabody says, it's going to be this cold, it should snow. Well, damn right. If it goes below 30 degrees, you deserve snow. That's the motto, right? Peabody jumped into his car, shivered. It's almost Christmas, so we should have snow anyway. Snow's pretty. Then we could creep behind the plows that shove it against the curb where it turns to black sludge. Wind our way through all the vehicles that spun out because people don't know how the hell to drive in the snow, or step over all the pedestrians who slip on the snowy sidewalks. What are you doing? She's going bonkers over there. Smokey, come read with mommy. She's ignoring me. On purpose. Oh, there go the bangs. And then they're because they're out, Peabody's like, if we got hot chocolate first, we could work it off at the gym. Peabody tries. So then Rourke has informed her that she's got 2 days. Eve is the biggest procrastinator about shopping you will ever meet. She hates shopping. Hates it. 2 days. How did it get to be 2 days? She dropped down at her desk. Okay, she admitted shopping had now bumped up to the urgent area on her to-do list. But things first. And she goes through some stuff. So, then she's talking to Peabody. It's kind of fun when you're 6. We had roast goose when we went to Scotland to visit McNabb's family over Christmas, Peabody continued, obviously caught up in the theme. It's really good. We're doing the quick in and out shuttle this year to see my family. It'll be soy and tofu and lots of veg, but doesn't compare. But my granny will bake a lot, and that makes up for everything. She makes the most incredible mince meat pie. I thought you guys didn't eat meat. Mostly they don't. Mince meat isn't meat. Then why do they call it meat? My thoughts exactly. So, why did I write it down? Oh. So, they're talking to, and Peabody goes, some people only see the right now and end up killing the golden duck. Goose. The golden goose. Duck, goose, what's the difference? They're both weird-looking birds. Did you ever play Duck, Duck, Goose? Eve pulled out of the garage into traffic. Did I ever play with ducks and geese? Why the hell would I? No, the kids' game where you sit around in a circle. Then one kid walks around tapping the other kids on the head. She says duck, duck until she taps one and says goose. Then that one, the goose, chases her around the circle to catch her before she gets to where the one goose was sitting. If she doesn't catch her, she goes around the circle. What are you doing? Smokey, Smokey, Smokey. What are you doing? She's running around with her head cut off. Come over here. Come over here. Come here. I don't know. She's having a good time with something. So anyways, I want to get to my boy. And he's your boy too. I can't let this go. If you're an Eve Dallas fan, you love this guy. Kid. She studied the stall as she approached. Scarves, capes, socks, gloves, mittens, caps, hats. The kid had expanded since their last encounter. She watched him make change, fold 3 scarves into a clear bag. Have a good one. Then his dark eyes shifted over, met hers. His grin spread. Yo, Dallas, what you say? Yo, Tico, business is good. Business is tight. He was a squirt of a thing, a kid who probably should have been home playing video games or sweating over math homework. But at heart, Tico was a businessman. You catch any bad guys? Not today, but the day's not over. Late for you out here, isn't it? Holiday business. I got till 7:30. My granny's good with that. Deke, help the lady over there, one of my employees. Tico told her, nodded toward a skinny kid wearing fingerless gloves and an ear flap cap. I got 2 employees now? His eyes did an amused dance under the bright stripes of the watch cap he wore pulled low. For the Christmas rush, sure. Got some nice scarves here. Got cotton, got wool, got cashmere, got silk blends. You can match 'em up with the gloves and cap and make a gift set. Yeah, yeah. She stuffed her hands in the pockets. I got some gift girl types I need to get stuff for. What kind of girl types? Friends, relations, coworkers? Eve huffed out a breath. Friends, I guess. Good ones or the kind you just gonna come up for shit for? She had to laugh. He knew the score. Good ones. I'm gonna take you to my associate. Your associate? Yeah, Deke, Manny, you mind the store now and don't screw around. You come on with me. He took Eve's hand, marched her to the corner. You remember that shop you busted last time? I told you how they were bad guys and you came and took them down? Yeah, street thieves, identity thief racket. Got a new business in that shop. Mom and pop deal. They're good people. They're going to fix you right up. Are they? Willing to try if it finished this shopping crap once and for all, she crossed the street with him. True. Give you a good deal too, since you're with me. He zagged his way across through the crowds, then zipped into a long, narrow store. Hey, Pop! The man, probably no more than 35, used a long hook to reach the strap of what looked like a half-zillion bags. He snagged it off the wall, lowered it to the waiting customer, then smiled at Tico. Hey, Tico, do you remember the flea markets? Do you remember flea markets? And there'd be walls of purses in the stall. I miss the flea markets. We had one. It's still in existence today, but it is not and does not come close to what inhabited that same space in the 80s. Not even close. Nowhere, no how, no ands, ifs, or buts. It's not the same place as my childhood. No. So, the man, probably no more than 35, used a long hook to reach the strap of one of what looked like a half-million bags. He snagged it off the wall, lowered it, offered it to the waiting customer, then smiled at Tico. Hey, Tico. Hi, Mom. The woman back at the counter folded and fluffed tissue into the shopping bag. Tico! Young for the mom and pop label, Eve thought. They looked entirely too relaxed and happy to be New York City merchants, and neither wore black. Happy holidays, the woman said as she gave her customer the shopping bag. You come back and see us. Tico dragged Eve straight back. This is Dallas. She's the cop who cleared the place out so you could rent it. Oh, Lieutenant Dallas, Tico told us all about you. I'm Astrid. She offered a hand. It's great to finally meet you. Dallas, she needs presents for some girlfriends. How many friends you got? Crap. I need something for, I guess there's 5. I need to take care of. Let me just, Ben, this is Tico's Lieutenant Dallas. No kidding. Great to meet you. If you'll excuse me a minute, I'll be right with you. Do you see anything you like? Astrid asked Eve. I don't know. There were bags with straps, without straps, satchels, and cases. Tiny little purses that could be absolutely useless, enormous ones that could hold a room of furniture. I don't get this stuff. Ladies like bags. Don't you got bags? Tico demanded. No. Eve does not carry a purse. She has pockets. And she goes through and she shops. Louise, the doctor, gets a medical purse, bag purse, and Mavis and Bella get matching colorful purses. It's just Purse City. It's awfully beautiful, and you've got to read it. It's my favorite chapter. And then she goes home, and Somerset's there. He was there, of course, lurking, the scarecrow in a black suit that was Somerset. Rourke's major domo stood in brilliantly lit foyer, a smirk on his pale, bony face, and the fat cat Galahad squatting like a furry Buddha at his feet. Is this the ghost of Christmas present? Somerset wondered aloud. Eve narrowed her eyes. She wanted to fling something back, some sharp-edged retort about cadavers on holiday, but she dumped everything where she stood. I'll pay you $1,000 to wrap everything in here. His tone gray eyebrows winged up. I can't be bought. However, he said as the cat padded over to sniff a bag and tissue. I could be persuaded. What do you want? You're hosting a party night after next. I know that. Of course I know that. Night after next took down to one day, didn't it? She didn't want to think about it. Preparations for welcoming 256 people into your home begin at 8 a.m. She thought, 256 people? Jesus Christ, why? But she said, okay, participate. But what if? She looked down at the pile of bags at the ass end of the cat as he tried to burrow into one. Surrendered, done. Ah, ah. The bedroom tree twinkled. He lit the fire so the flames simmered low and red. All things equal, she'd have curled up against him and gone right down again. But all things were rarely equal for a cop. I shopped, she said. Dear God, are you all right? Should I call for the MTs? Smart ass. I hooked the kid. You remember the kid, Tico? Ah, yeah, the young entrepreneur. I remember fondly the pie his grandmother baked us. He's got 2 other kids working for him for the holidays. Expanded his stock too. He dragged me over to this place I busted. New tenants. The sort of looked like they could be related to Peabody. Free agent. And then it was like I walked through some portal into an alternate universe. The alternate universe of retail establishment without crime. That, she agreed. So there was all this stuff, and somebody was like, this would be good for this person. And I'm like, okay, fine. Then this would be good for that person. And fine, Jesus, okay, fine. But it kept going and going. And then the kid started hauling in stuff from his stall, saying, you can put this scarf or whatever with that thing, and this thing with the other. I kept saying, okay, fine, okay, because I wanted it to be over. I might have post-traumatic stress. Eve hates shopping. And so I just got to point this out a little bit. So she wants to take something to Dickhead, the fiber guy, the drug guy, analyst guy. And she goes, where's the hooch for Dickhead? He said, 4th floor gift room. She stared at him for 10 silent seconds. We have a gift room? On a laugh, he shook his head. One day, darling Eve, you really should go through the entire East Wing 4th floor tower. Okay. She wasn't completely sure where that was. She walked to the elevator, ordered it. Don't bother shaking boxes, he called out. None of yours are in that location. You're on my notes. I need the page. Move the port. There you go. Why did I? Oh. So then she's on the street with Peabody, and they're walking. And they're talking about getting some food. And Eve says, still short, right? Just till payday. We started this savings program, McNabb and me. We've almost got enough just put away to give to Rourke. Eve stopped at the cart. Why would you give money to Rourke? He already has almost all the money in the known universe to invest for us. He said he would, and who would you trust more to do that than Rourke, who has almost all the money in all the known universe? Good point. So then, this is a really touching moment in the book. Um, Tell me this, he pointed at her. Is Rourke putting on a monkey suit for the shindig tomorrow? Uh, no, I don't know. For unexplained reasons, she had a moment of panic. How would I know? You live with him. I live with me too, and I don't even know what I'm wearing tomorrow. And they go on. And then, anyway, he scratched at his ear. Anyway, I'm going to tell you she made you guys a bowl in her pottery class. It's not bad, doesn't even wobble much. Ah, that was nice of her, Eve said cautiously. I figure how many bowls can somebody use, but that's not something you say when you're married to somebody who keeps making them, unless you want to hit a rough patch. I get it. So I got this. He reached into the inside pocket of his ugly jacket, took out a small, slim square wrapped in a shiny red paper. Oh, Eve said when he shoved it at her. She was lousy at giving gifts. She was even worse at getting them. I didn't want to give it over tomorrow with the party and the people and all that. Okay, thanks. After an awkward pause, she deduced she was meant to open it on the spot. She pulled off the paper, crumpled it, shot it into her recycler. She lifted the lid and just stared. Small reproductions of the medals she and Rourke had been awarded the month before floated inside clear glass. Etched beneath each were their names, the award, and the date presented. This, her throat closed up on her. A lot, she managed. This is a lot. I figured you could put it somewhere you could take a look at it when the job gets heavy. Maybe not here. It's a little like bragging if you put it in here. Yeah, it should be at home. It's Rourke's too. The highest honor given a cop. There was a slight in his voice that had her throat clogging on her. The highest given a civilian. I was really proud of the both of you. She struggled for composure before she risked looking up at him. That's a lot, too. Can't get a little sentimental at Christmas when, can you? And then, I can't help it. It's my favorite author in the whole wide world. We got a Christmas present, she tells Rourke. She dug into her coat pocket, took out the box. From Feeney. He warned me his wife made us a bowl, but this is from him to both of us. I find his wife's pottery charming. Yeah, I know, since you actually find places for it instead of accidentally breaking it or hiding it in some dark closet. Go figure. But I think you're really going to like this. He opened the box, took out the glass, and simply stared at it. I had the same reaction. He said he wanted us to have it, to remember, to be able to see it when things got heavy. He said he was really proud of us and like that. I really didn't know what to say. It means a great deal, Rourke murmured. A very great deal that he do this thinking of doing it. I know, and he got that. He said he thought we should keep it at home because if I put it in my office, it's sort of like bragging. Aw, are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? Am I telling you a bedtime story? Are you falling asleep? What? Did I wake you up? Are you pissed? Oh, so what I mentioned earlier, and I hope you're still here from earlier, um, that Eve sees herself as a cop and only a cop, and that's it. So she's working with the caterers. She's fulfilling her bargain to Somerset. She's right. And the caterer steps up to her and goes, Mrs. Rock. And Eve, without missing a beat, says, Dallas, Lieutenant Dallas. See, she hasn't expanded. She just should have said yes. But no, that's not Eve. Eve was like, no, it's Dallas, Lieutenant Dallas. Even her own house, she wants to be addressed as Lieutenant Dallas by the staff or whoever the caterers are. Not Mrs. Rourke. She is Mrs. Rourke, but she doesn't see it that way. It's Dallas. So I wanted to bring that up. And then I was gonna spoil it a little, but we get some more background on Natasha Quigley, and that starts pointing the fingers that way. And like I said, there's a twisty turn at the end where you think she's got the whole thing wrapped up, and Nora throws a curve in. What are you doing? Are you sleepy? Is mommy putting you to sleep? Do you like listening to mommy's voice? She likes paper. So I'm going to skip that part. And I'm going to skip the gifts except the big one. The absolute big one. It's my favorite. We get to see characters and this isn't about that. She picked up a box from the table where Somerset had arranged her wrapped gifts. It's for you. Rourke has something for McNabb. Oh, we put yours under the tree downstairs. I can go get it. No, we'll get to it. Thanks in advance. I'm just giving these out tonight when I can, that's all. So I can open it now? I love when I can open it now. The paper's so pretty. She picked at it delicately, carefully breaking seals. Jesus, Peabody, rip the damn thing open. I don't have all night. I can use it again. I haven't wrapped everything yet. She slid the box free, carefully folded the paper, preserved the ribbon and bow, and finally opened the box. Oh! She pulled out the gift, stared at it, eyes and mouth wide. It's a magic coat! My own magic coat! It's pink! It's a pink magic coat! Holy shit! Holy pink magic shit, Dallas! The pink was Rourke's doing. You can't hang that on me, I said Brown. I have to sit down. No, I have to try it on. Then I have to sit down. Holy shit, you got me a pink magic coat. Don't blubber. Why is there so much blubbering today? Thank God I used all waterproof, sweatproof, smudge-proof face enhancers because I'm going to blubber, Dallas. Just wow, just wow. It's leather. It's pink. It's leather. The pink's not on me ever. Holy, holy, holy shit. I can't stop saying it. She swung the coat over the frothy dress. It looked silly with it, even though the military style of it over the party dress, but apparently Peabody didn't think so. She twirled in it so that the knee-length pink leather billowed and swirled. Oh my God, it's beyond, just beyond. It feels like leather. It is leather. It has pockets. It has buttons, and it's magic, and it's pink. I can't go around wearing coats with internal body armor when my partner's not. Peabody stopped swirling. She didn't blubber, but a couple of tears trickled down. It means so much to me that you've made it for me, for my safety. That all by itself means everything, but the rest, it didn't have to be leather, it didn't have to be pink, but you did that because you knew it would make me happy. You get stunned or stuck or blasted, it's pretty damn inconvenient for me. Oh, Peabody, watery laughed. Eve sighed. Your family, that's it. Peabody grabbed her. You are so cute. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. And she bought her the coat. There we go. Thank you for indulging me in my favorite author. And Susan Erickson is the best. There isn't anybody better. Or what's that? Lorelei for Stephanie's books. Two series that I strictly read via audio. Are you having a good time with the paper? Are you having a good time with the paper? What you doing there, girlfriend? What you doing? What you doing? We know we got a whole bunch of toys. You have to play with mommy's bookmark. Come on. Come on. You love paper. But anyways, please hit the like and subscribe. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I've got this fond wish of hitting 1,000 subscribers for Christmas. I know it's a miracle, but only you can do it. There isn't anybody else that can do it for me. So I'd most appreciate it. And if those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But I could use 900 more. So thank you. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy this book, Festive in Death. It's a Christmas holiday book. Have a good one.